Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Unintentional Juror podcast. I go by the name of Dr. Heinz, and thank you so much for tuning in. And this is Ketchup Court, the most spiciest, sauciest court in the land. Thank you, everyone that are here to go through these hearings with me because it is kind of a wouldn't we say compare and contrast, but it's kind of a the idea that I want to give in today's stream is how these two hearings kind of symbolizes how one is heading straight into danger because I do believe that the prosecution has a case, has a very strong case, and they have put together a very strong case through the by the book. So there's a lot to expect to come from the Kouri Richins trial. But in terms of the current retrial and what we got to saw from and we got what we got to witness from that trial, I meant to say, it if anything, it has pretty much taught us that we shouldn't pretty much jump the gun, that we should always wait to see what unveils in trial, because though I did come in late, and I came in day 3 of current retrial, a lot of people were saying that she was guilty. And when the evidence came out, I saw a massive divide. And the same could be the same here. Who knows? Kouri Richins could have something up her sleeve. We're going to go through the background of that particular case. That is the Kouri Richins in this stream. We're gonna give you the kind of the chronology of what's been happening since her charges have been brought. I believe it was in 2023. The incident happened in 2020 in March 2022. So I think it's been waiting over a year to get to trial, and we're still waiting to get to trial. So I'm going to do my best. I'm not going to cover everything here. So I'm going to do my best to kind of lay the foundation and basically give a bit of a primer of the case, if that makes sense. Just go through the basics for this stream. Then the next stream, we will do a lot more analysis with what's available. So that's what's on the agenda for today, as well as the current read hearing and what that means, if what it could possibly go from here. Because I'll tell you this now, Kouri Richins would rather be where current read is right now, because that this position of limbo that current read finds herself in is a lot more tenable, in my opinion, than Kouri Richins going to trial with her last attempt now been denied when she made it. So in with me today to discuss this is none other than my right hand girl, Alyssa Knapp. Thank you so much and welcome back. How are you doing? Oh,
How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Okay. I don't know why it's like that. Okay, and I'm still getting used. Yeah, it looks different on the stream. It looks different on the stream, but it's just you're I'm on top. You're the you're the bottom, basically. Okay, so I noticed that's basically the layout. By the way, chat, I have noticed the echoing. I do apologize for that. I forgot to. It is the mic. I do apologize for that. That's gotta be annoying. I apologize, chat. I apologize. Okay, let's get into that. I apologize for the echoing. I hope it has not really ruined your experience too much. I really do apologize for that echoing. Damn, I really gotta get used to this interface. But thank you, everyone that is tuned in so far, and I hope that the echoing did not put you off. I really do hope so. Thank you, oh random girl. Thank you so much for coming in today to mod. Yes, echo should be fixed now, hopefully. But yeah, just fast forward if you're watching this back on replay. Fast forward. I will timestamp this moment, so I will timestamp that so that you can skip over. But it is a very important trial. So let's start, because I don't know how well acquainted you are with the case, especially with the Kouri Richins trial. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess we'll start with Karen Reed first, and
Yeah.
then we will get your feeling in regards to the Kouri Richins trial. But what did you by any chance watch or catch up with the hearing that occurred?
Yep. No, but I saw both of them this week actually. Both
Oh,
really
okay.
interesting hearings. So,
Okay. What did you make of him?
which one? They both
Oh,
made
sorry.
sense.
No, 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 no,
But
no,
I
no,
saw them
no,
both.
no, no. Okay, just to clarify, we're talking about just to start with, we're going to be discussing Karen Reed. So I wanted to know, yeah, what did you make of what occurred at her hearing? Because
It's what I
it was
expected.
what do you mean? Like what like routine denied and what like
Well, I
routine
didn't expect
arguments?
her to even rule at all because she never does. She
Okay.
never will
Yeah,
rule on
yeah.
any
She
motions
always
from the
takes it
bench.
on. She always takes it
uh,
on advisement anti Bev.
every time.
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
was like, of course she did
yeah.
that. But I really liked the new attorney they brought in. He
Hmm.
just like was totally different than Jackson Orionetti. I think he made a lot of really good legal points.
Mm.
Even brought up Murdaugh, which I just thought was funny, but accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I think it would be good for them just to bring in the jurors and see, which I think that like they have much more of a basis for that, you know? Like it's really hard. I highly doubt she's actually going to dismiss the charges. That's just,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
mean,
get into
yeah.
that bar of bringing the jurors in.
Yeah, I mean that's what I
Steps.
found interesting because it's not like the hearing in of itself had moments where I'm like, oh wow, I've got to clip this moment and show everyone because this stood out. Nothing really stood out except the fact that it was four jurors that apparently came forward and said that they were all unanimous on one
Yep.
to three counts. That's pretty compelling, by the way. That's
Right.
actually very compelling because it's a what was it, six in total? Was it 6 or 12? Or am I confusing cases?
Nope.
Was it
They had
six or
12.
12 in this 12?
Yep.
Okay.
12 in this
Oh,
one. I think
okay.
just the Benefield
Yeah.
one had 6, which
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
weird.
confusing it with. Yeah, Benefield was six because I just finished covering. I think I've done like 3 or 4 episodes on that one. So
It's
yeah,
easy
that's
to
still
get them.
fresh. That's still fresh in
Right.
my mind. By the way, if you wanna go watch all of the coverage for that, you can. I'm gonna include all of the links in the description. I've done my own analysis on it on Hindsight. You can go check that out on episode 18. I'll put that in the description. You can also check out the interview with Andrea Burkhardt. That
Mhm.
was I'll put that also in the description. It was also done. It was a multi-stream, so it was done on this channel as well as the main Dr. Heinz channel. So you can go check that out if that interests you. And there's a lot more. I think that's the only. No, there's one more coverage I done on Hindsight episode 17, I believe. Episode 17, yes. So, yeah, it's quite a bit, it's quite excessive coverage on that case, and that case was wild in of itself. But
Yeah.
in,
I
but
didn't
in
expect it to be.
regards no, absolutely not. I didn't expect it to be either because I thought it was just a routine. I didn't know that that's what the prosecution was actually putting on because they really made it.
Right.
They really held their cards to their chests,
Mhm.
and really let everything come to trial. I didn't expect what we got, and I didn't expect for the defense even offering evidence that was helping the police, that was helping the prosecution in terms of the DV filings and all that. He
Right.
made it seem a lot more irrelevant. The more that they're pushing that ground. But in regards to Karen Reed, though, in regards to all of what's going on here and the juror, I don't think she's gonna. I do you think she's gonna go far from here? Do you think that she might get it dismissed? I personally don't think so, but
I highly doubt it.
why do you think?
I highly doubt it. But I think it's going to be a lot harder for the Commonwealth if they do bring the jurors back in and they do all like agree to that because it's not. That was the main thing. Getting if they were debating between are they going to talk about their deliberations or just basically pulling the jury, which they should have done in the first place. So if that's all they're going to address is that, and then everyone does say, "Yep, she was acquitted of both of
Yeah,
those two."
yeah,
How does the Commonwealth then go
yeah, but yeah,
and
because
recharge her with that? Like, there's
hmm,
going to be even more pressure than there is already.
yeah, and it's a massive. I don't know how the appellate court is also going to deal with this as well. I haven't seen anything like this. I'm not sure if
No.
I'm not sure. I could ask around, but I'm not sure if it's often that it happens like this where jurors were like, "No, we actually did communicate that we were all unanimous on was it the manslaughter and the murder, right? It was both
It
of
was the
those, right?
murder and the leaving the scene
Leaving it,
of
so
an
that's
accident
DUI then.
causing death. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, kind of a DUI is basically like causing an accident and then like not
okay,
reporting
leaving
it.
the scene. Okay, right. Okay, so they were hung on the manslaughter charge,
Mm-hmm.
which
And
is kind
some
of
of them have
weird.
said it's the lessers,
Mm.
like because that was the one that had the only one with the lesser included, and I can see how they were confused because the whole long thing about how the drinking and the chain of events. I think the way it was worded and the way the jury instructions were made it confusing. So I feel like that's how they could get kind of hung on that one.
Understood, and also it must it's important to remember as well with the current retrial that in regards to all their efforts to like get this into a mistrial. I mean, they were always trying to go for like these kind of ways anyway to get out. The one
Hmm.
way I'm looking at it is there is no way, and I already said it. I said that I said this game is over. The fact that
Right.
she got the fact that it's even a mistrial is even a miracle because really and
I
truly,
can't believe they got
y-
that.
yeah, because I thought it was going to be a straightforward not guilty. So I knew
Yeah.
basically what I'm trying to say is that it was always going to be in the favor of Karen Reed because a mistrial does a whole lot of good because based on what's come out with the case, it's not like the prosecution had a great case to begin with. So
It's not
based
going
on
to get
everything
any
that,
better.
yeah, it's not gonna get any better. So are they gonna like try and sweep it under the rug so that they don't, do this again and maybe they might even actually lose this time. So
Right.
yeah, so when I consider that, uh,
But
I'm
they've
like,
doubled down
yeah.
every time. Every time you think that they're going to do the right thing, they double down.
Do you really think that they will bring the
Ay.
case back though? Do you
I don't
actually
think they
think so?
should. I I think that they are so dug in that they can't admit that they were wrong. And that is what will make them bring it back. But it just makes them look worse and worse.
No, it does because
Like,
yeah. But anyway, there is no more. There is not much more I can say in regards to that case. It's not like I said, nothing really came out.
no,
The
it's going to be
legal
a little
argument,
while till they get
yeah,
a ruling out.
yeah, and even with the legal arguments that they're making, it did sound like a long shot. I mean, I get where they're
Oh,
coming
yeah.
from. I get where they're
It's
coming from.
definitely long.
If,
But
but it's
yeah,
still unless it's a full jury, unless it's all 12
right.
saying unanimously it was one of us three get this charge, then they might have a case.
Right.
But at the moment, I can't see it. Yeah, a judge who
I mean, I
would
did
be
think that
justified.
they did have, like Weinberg brought up all those other cases where, yeah, they have brought jurors back. I mean, the Murdaugh jurors, they brought back like, I think it was almost a year later or
Mm,
close to it. Because that was what, in January. And they brought back all the jurors. They didn't ask about the deliberations. It was just like maybe 3 simple questions and that was it. But so that is something that they could do. It's if she lets them. And what I did think was interesting was that he pointed out in his argument, Weinberg, that as much as they've had these jurors coming forward saying, yes, this was our verdict, no one's come forward to refute that either. If it wasn't true, you'd probably
they
have
would
some
have
of them
reviewed
coming
it.
forward and being like, no, that's wrong.
That's a very good
But
point. That's a
right.
very good point. And I wonder what the ratio was in which they were hung in regards to the manslaughter because I'll be very
Right.
interested to know. Let me say
Yeah.
hi to the chat and show you some love because
Yes,
it
hi
has been a
chat.
minute. It has been a minute, chat. I do miss you guys. Roy Lussinger, hi. How you doing? He says Danny Andari is going to be in a courtroom for the Kouri Richins hearings and trial.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
I love our coverage of trials. I whenever I can catch into hers or legal bites or anyone like that.
Hmm.
Andrea Burker, for example. Yeah, so I can't wait to see what she says, in regards to the makeup of the jury, all of those things. And
Definitely.
yeah, I can't wait to see what she says about that. Phoebe MC, welcome to the stream. Hi. Welcome to Ketchup Court. Let's spice things up here.
Yes.
I actually do need to get that gavel. Um,
Yes. Oh my gosh.
the Karen Reed stuff is so frustrating. DJ,
That's for sure.
DJ, is that like a oh that Dan Jackson? Wait, what does DJ stand for? By the way, it's not what I'm thinking of, is it? It's not like a DJ nightclub DJ, is it? DJ had
Or
a
just a nickname.
DJ had a panel last night that was really good. See, that's why I'm confused because it's like last night. I'm like, okay, well, what do you mean panel last night? What do you mean what DJ? Well, worth a watch had Peter Murphy, Mark Bedero, Nurse Kim, and Mark Crawford. So it was very good. What was this, like a mix down or something like that?
Oh, I think I did see that stream actually.
I don't know what this is.
I
Could you
do.
please fill me in? Fill me in, please.
I think that's just his name. But I do think I watched that stream. It popped up on my like
Where
recommended
was it?
ones.
Where was it? What
Let
channel?
me think.
All right.
Let
While
me
you
Do that. Let me read out
Oh, that's
Roy.
right. Calling all beans. Yep. DJ's the host.
What? I don't know what
Calling
that
all
is.
beans.
I don't know what that is.
I'll find the link. Yeah, that was a good stream. I like that one.
Roy Luttinger says, Bev is going to make it look like she listened to the argument and will deny it in about a week. Fair enough.
Exactly. Although she didn't interrupt them at all, which is interesting because she
That is very interesting. She
always would
was actually
interrupt
shut up.
Jackson
She was
Yannetti.
shut
Oh
up.
my gosh, every time. And from some of the people who were in the courtroom reporting, like she was actually listening and paying attention. I think there was a couple of times she nodded in agreement with
Right.
Weinberg. So that's telling because she obviously hates Jackson and Yannetti, especially Jackson. But
I think she was just
I mean,
relieved
this
that
guy is, yeah,
they were not in the room. I think they were. I think she was really relieved that they were in
right.
the room. Like, oh, this.
Yeah, thank
She
goodness.
was like, this old guy can relate to me. This
Right.
he's
And
about to retire when
he played
I
it so
retire.
well though, because he was
Yeah.
like, he didn't blame the judge, he didn't even blame the prosecution. I loved how he was like, we're all gonna be on this journey to justice together. And it's like
But
that's the way
ooh,
to play it. Like
here's a
that is the
question.
way to play it.
Here's a question. Here's a question. Do you
Yeah.
think that Jackson and Yanae planned this so that at the trial they will throw this guy in just to like
Oh yeah.
calm her down and soothe her, bring her back down so that it can
Uh-huh.
go in her favor? Do you
Oh,
think that might be the
absolutely.
case?
Yeah, it was like good cop, bad cop. Like
Fair
without a doubt.
enough.
But it was smart.
Phoebe. Okay, so Phoebe MC says it was 12 and all the jurors need to speak out, although they now
Right.
saying they won't if they are uncontested, which we already know. To put forth any effort is asking far too much. Okay. Phoebe MC says I'm gonna shut up after this, but you heard the hot mic of someone. What? Who hot mic? Okay. We
Oh,
think
yes. There
Bev
was a hot
saying
mic.
something about not being collected and not being changed. All I'm saying till you
Yep.
listen. Okay, wait a second. Alyssa, what's going on here? I feel like you know about this because you're more online than I am.
Oh, yes. No, so it was when Lally was kind of giving his rebuttal or well, his kind of counter argument. There's a hot mic for sure. And I know there's been a lot of people trying to determine what was being said and even who was saying it, but there's something. And yeah, I mean, it's definitely could
Is
kind
it
of hear
as
something
bad
about not
as
being changed or let me
is it as
find the
bad as
link.
Trooper? What's the other guy? The guy that's kill me. The guy that's like, is
Was
it as bad
that
as that?
oh my gosh, it wasn't Paul who said that. Was it?
I forgot his name. Trooper. It was
Yes.
one of the it was one of the analysts, but I forgot his name. Oh
Yeah.
wow. All
That
right.
was
It is, but was it on that level though? I haven't got your your answer.
I mean, it was not as clear what was being said or even necessarily who was saying it,
Right.
but it was pretty there was clearly something.
All right.
Really a hot mic. Let me find
While you look for
the
that, let me
link
just
here.
read out the
Yeah,
rest of the chat.
definitely.
Roy Roy Lushinger says, with the Brady letter sent out about a proctor and him basically being fired, I don't see
Yes.
how they can retry. That's actually very true because I
It's
read that.
affecting so many
I read that.
cases.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not sure. I woke up in the morning. I hate doing this. I'm gonna stop going on social media when I wake up now because because I'm always dazed and I put the phone back down and I don't do the saving. I don't do anything. I'm too dazed to actually realize I'm actually awake. Point is though, I woke up one morning and I saw that so I kind of want some context on this story. I saw that uh they that other defendants from other cases that
Mhm.
involve Proctor, they have
Yep.
been emailing with a Brady letter. Is this related to that? Is that what that's
So
been going on?
they have been they actually the district attorney's office had to send a Brady letter to basically a whole bunch of other defense attorneys who have cases that Proctor worked on.
Mm,
Basically saying we know he testified in this Karen Reed trial. A lot came out about conflicts of interest and like using his personal phone to like send messages and things like that. And then they gave them um, an unofficial copy of the transcript from his testimony, and it's basically like, okay, use this is your impeachment evidence for now when he's at trial. Now every trial that Proctor's going to be a part of, this is going to come up again. And there's been a couple attorneys I've seen who are filing motions to get even more of these text messages because it's like, oh, if he's texting all his cop buddies and his family about Karen Reed, who's to say they're not doing it about he wasn't doing it about my client, which he probably was. So it's like the tip of the iceberg now.
phew.
It's not good.
Oh my gosh! You do not want
I
to be.
know.
You do not want to be anywhere near that DA's office right now. The amount of
No,
calls
it's a
they must be
disaster.
getting, absolute chaos right now. It must be like, remember that? Let me, you know what? Rather than let me actually just get it up. Rather than me say it, let me actually get it up. Alyssa, talk.
So, yep, basically they're all imploding in the DA's office there. I mean, I don't really know how they're uh, I mean,
Go
there's
on.
a Brian Walsh case. He was the lead in Brian Walsh,
Mm,
which is a huge problem. And that's another one that I've been wondering how long because it's going to affect it. Proctor was the lead detective, and cell phone, like Celebrite stuff, and Google searches are the main evidence they have against him, which they've now also just gone and said are not reliable in this case.
all right. So this was
So
what I was
that's
trying to.
an interesting one.
What's his name? What's his name? I got nothing on a name. Come on, baby, what's the name? We threw out his name!
That is a visual representation
Anytime Proctor's mentioned, that's
of Lali's brain when you mention Proctor.
yes. Yup.
That is
Probably the whole district attorney's office there. Michael
the
Morrissey, all
whole
of them.
yes, that is what's happening. This is what it looks like for them. It looks very peak for them for the next couple of months. So, right.
Pretty much.
Baker, Broken Baker, thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank
Oh,
you
hey,
so much.
Baker.
And thank you so much to everyone that has shared the stream. You know, I don't like asking, but it would really help. It really, 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 and I mean it. It really would help because we are very, very close to getting monetized. I have
So
noticed
close.
today also. I have also noticed today that we have the ability now to ask you guys questions. Well, actually put a Q&A and also do a
Ooh.
poll, which is amazing because
Yay.
I have been dying for one of those. So that is a bonus. So I'm gonna do a poll at near the end of this when I think I can think of an interesting question to ask. So yeah, so but
in regards to that, we are hella, and I mean hella close to getting what we need to be monetized. So if possible, do hit that like button and share this as well, and also don't forget to subscribe. It would really help us out. And with monetization, I don't really like to ask, but definitely when I do launch the Patreon service, I will be promoting that more. You guys can like. I would prefer you guys to like, but if anything, I will promote my the Patreon, because I do have what I think would be of interest to you guys that decide to follow me on there or anywhere that I decide to put external content on. Right. So let's go back into the cases that we have been looking at so far. So that was Karen Reed done, the Kouri Richins trial. It's going to be it's going to be a very interesting one. Broken Baker has covered Karen Reed since the beginning.
Oh yeah, like the beginning. Yeah.
Oh, you know, why
One of
didn't
the
you say
first.
anything? If you know her, why don't you say something? If you know him or her, wait, is it a him or her? Let's start from there.
No, it's him.
It's a him.
Him is Gender Baker.
Oh wow, thank you. Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much. I just subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much, Broken Baker.
So yeah, definitely subscribe.
I didn't even know, but I do appreciate you tuning in. I am working on a video that puts together that I'm using the evidence that has been made available through this case to argue why Karen Reed may have done it and Karen Reed did not do it, and she was being covered up. So I'm really looking forward to bring that out, because I really went geek mode, and I'm talking. You would not even
I love it.
believe me. You would not imagine some of the angles I've taken to explain some of this stuff, but I just hope it sticks. I just hope it
Hey, we got till at least January now, right?
You know what I mean? No, but it should be done. Hopefully, I'll have everything all up in 2 weeks' time, but I'm aiming for next week. So, but Broken Baker, I did not. Now that you are in my radar, hopefully we can communicate. Hopefully, I'll get the opportunity to reach out to you, and we'll talk. But yeah, thank you so much for joining the stream and gracing us with your presence. Phoebe MC says Fanning. Okay, this best be good.
Oh, yeah.
Fanning. Okay, Fanning was not, contrary to what many are saying, wasn't in the witness list. Who is Fanning? But it's still very, very bad to put any of those troopers from the ES office over the jury. Sorry, just wanted to finish off all of that off. Sorry. Who is Fanning? Go ahead.
So Fanning was is that in that text chain of proctors? Was he a lieutenant? Definitely in like a coworker, I think a boss of Proctor. He's been also heavily implicated in the Sandra Birchmore case, and he was apparently the one that was in charge of the jury in this case.
Okay.
Like basically getting them to and from the courthouse type of deal. But do you remember the last day when they had the one juror who they booted like that morning, right before closing argument? So there was a juror
I remember that happening,
Yep.
but I don't know the link.
So
I don't know what
Fanning apparently told someone from court that, oh, this juror, like a month ago, I saw them at a bar and they were talking about the case, and I have a video of it. And they were like, oh, okay, then we're gonna get rid of this juror, even though no one ever saw the video. It was never produced. But so he was the one that got the juror kicked on that last day, who was very clearly visibly disgusted by Proctor. Like, definitely the one with the least poker face, or the worst poker face.
Hold on, let me just write this to Broken Baker. Okay, so CBMC says, I want to see you in a dress, Broken Baker. You could do a series scripts in a dress. I'll pay for that.
Do it.
Yep, I'll pay for that. I'll pay for that. Crime Spies, welcome. Crime
Yes.
Spies in the building. Happy to see you here. I didn't even know that she had a YouTube channel. I recently discovered that on Twitter when we were talking. I didn't even know. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crime Spies. She is an amazing person with a kind heart. Check her out. But yeah, so let's get back into the into the trials that are coming up. So the current trial is done.
For
The
now.
discourse will come for now. The
For now.
discourse will definitely, and I mean definitely, continue because it's not it's the story is not over. But but for Kouri Richins, the story is just beginning because her pre-trial dismissal of the case was denied today. And to be honest, let's not act like we're surprised because she pulled this. She was going for a bold win, not in terms of hiding evidence, but just they were violating a Sixth Amendment or something like that. Like invasion of
Well, they were saying they were
yeah, go on.
attorney-client privilege because her lawyer was calling her on the normal phone lines and not like the lawyer phone lines. And even when the prosecution realized that, like, they were like, okay, well, we're just going to take all these and have like someone else deal with it. Like, they didn't listen to them. The most they heard was to realize that it was her. But every time you make a call from jail or you receive a call in jail, they tell you it's being recorded. It just, I don't understand why. And I will say, I really liked that lawyer and all her hearings so far. I know she's not there anymore because apparently she was not saying very nice things about her on the jail calls and trying to like implicate her to smuggle crushed white strips or whatever. But
Yeah. One
not
second.
good. Not good.
No, it's not looking good for her at all. Because and for those that don't know this case, I'm just gonna give a quick basic background. Kouri Richins, I think she's now 35. She has been accused of. God, I can't believe I'm actually saying these words. I mean, before I even you know what? Let me not jump the gun. Let me just go ahead and say it. Kouri Richins, she's now 35. She has been accused of murdering her boyfriend with fentanyl. She apparently poisoned him with 5 times the dosage. Actually, that would be permissible. I mean, this is what this is what George Floyd died of. So I don't know how much George Floyd had in his system, but if it's 5 times, yeah, I don't think it was that much. That one sounds
not as much as this guy did, I don't think.
Yeah, yeah. Right, because it was described in the affidavit or the court documents, either one, whichever one it was officially described as lethal,
yes,
fatal, lethal, fatal, whichever one.
All the above.
Right.
It's a lot.
Right. It was so bad that there was no way he was gonna make it, and he just it was done. He died. And in there's so much development. You have on the one hand, after he had died, she went on, the wife, Kouri Richins, just dead, I think in the same week, if I'm not mistaken. She had already written a children's book and already taking out life insurance policies, and was already seeking apparently already seeking divorce from all of this. So of course, this case. I don't have to ask you, Alyssa, what's your background in the case? Do you think that what do you think is going on here? Because there is the only one saving grace that, or at least the only one thing I'm happy with, is that she's not claiming abuse, because I'm tired of women claiming abuse.
Exactly.
Nowadays.
For once,
I'm actually tired. I'm long-winded.
I'm surprised, but
no. I love talking about don't get twisted. I love talking about false accusations, but I don't love talking about false accusations. I mean, like, how many more times do these women have to use real victims to actually? So
That's
Right.
the one thing I'm happy with. I'm happy she never said,
She
"Oh,
didn't do
Eric,
that.
yeah, Eric was abusive." She never claimed anything of the sort.
Right.
It's just, yo,
But she
but
did jump on the sympathy grift. Although I think it was I was like a year later, I think, when her book kind of came out, if I remember. It was a little time in between, because I remember from her bond hearing, it was this the sister was saying that it was right afterwards when she was getting very hostile with the family. I think she assaulted the sister because she realized that she was not getting all the money
Yeah.
because he had changed all of that,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
that was a big point of contention. But yeah, it's another one, because she was googling prisons for the rich
hmm
and famous or whatever,
Prisons for
which
what? What was she
honestly,
googling? Wait,
it
wait,
was
wait,
like
wait. Repeat that again. What was she
prisons for
googling?
the prisons for the rich and famous,
Oh gosh.
because those are,
Oh,
I'm just saying, working in a prison myself, if those private prisons exist, let me know. I
Yeah.
don't think they do. That's like
Oh,
the
oh,
point.
oh, Broken Baker. Thank you for that correction. Yes.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Broken Baker says she's another great case. A victim impacted of his sister, talking about how he would use
Yes.
his socks and sleeves if he had accidents. Oh yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you.
Mhm.
yeah. No,
Right.
this I'm trying my best
Because I am an unintentional juror in this case, after all.
Yes.
So I'm trying my best to actually be impartial. I'm trying my best to actually give her the benefit of the doubt as much as possible. But it's
very hard for me not to see this
especially with the
evidence that has been laid out so
so far and her own actions, which you can't deny, trying to beat somebody up and try and suing them
like literally in
active litigation as we speak.
Yes.
Due to you asking for his estate now that he's dead and you're the killer. I mean, even if you are entitled, I mean, look at the optics. At least wait a bit, you know what I mean, like before
Right.
engaging in this.
Exactly.
Wait till your trial is at least over.
but
Well, I think they
um
had started some of the civil stuff before she was charged, but I might be wrong about that one. I won't lie. I haven't looked into it as much,
no
but
but like
either
no but
way,
like
it's like
yeah
you
but yeah,
you gotta
but
wait
that's what I'm trying. That's even worse.
till the
That's
dust
even worse.
settles.
That's even
Mhm.
worse. I threw the trial in there because it's what's happening right now.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
didn't know it happened. Like I mean, but like that's when you now bring in the context. That's actually much worse because you, you got to put it you got to put at the time that he is still fresh in the ground at this point, and you're
Mhm.
engaging already in fighting his own estate.
And then
Like
going on like a book
yeah,
tour a
yeah,
year later,
it
which
kind of
is
makes sense. It kind of does actually make sense why the charges would come in much later as well.
right.
Because if you're gonna act like that, the investigators are gonna be like, "Ah, maybe we should look at it in a bit more into this and see
Mhm.
what comes out of this." Anyway,
yeah. What the sister had to say in regards to Kouri. Let me try and find that hearing.
that was the first one back in I think that was last year.
Uh, that I watched it.
Yeah, that was really
The bond
impactful.
hearing.
But
Yeah.
there were
That
some
was.
like this particular, like the hearing of Karen Reed, there were not really moments that really catch out. The only part, if you don't know, is she's currently pro se, if I'm not mistaken. She's currently indigenous or something.
Mm-mm. Nope.
No.
She has new attorneys.
Oh, she has.
I
Okay,
think
okay,
they
okay, okay.
are, but like they kind of, because so the motion that they just dealt with this week,
I
her
know.
old lawyer filed and then was like, all right, bye. I'm out.
Yeah.
I knew that was the confusing part because
Yep.
that was May, isn't it? Like I remember that whole chaos happening around May or June or something like that. Happened around
Yeah.
that happened around that time, and then um and then I just don't know. I think I read that she had to do that without lawyers. She's gonna have to do pro se, and I just ran with that. So
Oh. No, she
okay,
has
cool.
new lawyers. I'm not sure if they're just court appointed or if it's a public defender or what, but I think that
Mm,
the ones that were there with her, it was their first time appearing in this case, at least that I've seen.
Okay. Let me just Sorry about that. Oh gosh, sorry about that, guys. Let me just send you. I'm sending Broken Baker the link. All right.
Great.
Uh,
But yeah,
oh,
I do think it was a long shot of a motion, but I don't blame her old lawyer for filing that because she was with how personally she was kind of implicated and all that, like the walk the dog letter and the phone calls and stuff. Like that was very like she was very heavily implicated in that, and I'm honestly surprised she didn't recuse or not recuse herself, but kind of get out of there quicker. So it made sense for her to file that, but now that like it's a whole new person in the mix, it's like the arguments aren't the same as they were before. It's just like, okay, well, they did what they had to do to not listen to the phone calls. You know, the jail had every right to look through her notebook for contraband because you have to look through everyone's stuff for contraband all the time. That's just how it works. They're not even paying. I guarantee the jail was not reading anything in there. They don't care. It was like maybe skimming stuff.
Crime spies, don't kill. Like Baker is here, okay? Don't put the forks down. Put the knives and forks down, please. He's here now, right? Thank you, Baker, for joining. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining, Baker, and gracing us with your presence. How are you doing today?
Okay.
Oh, this is weird. I've never been on BOD Ninja before. That's a whole new system to learn. That's the beauty of YouTube. When,
I always get this.
No, always something new.
I'm normally on StreamYard. I have the technical literacy, so I can do that. But no, it's nice to meet new people. And
yeah, it's lovely to meet you too. It's lovely to meet you too. I can't.
Well, I read your bio, so Arsenal.
Oh gosh, no, no. Is it? Oh, please don't tell me. Is it 64 never again? Is it that team? Is that your team?
Glory,
64 never again.
Glory United. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You are having a bad season. I'll let you.
You can't hate on United anymore because they're crap.
Oh gosh,
I'm glad that someone knows football.
where you from?
I'm from Denmark.
Oh, you're from? Oh, okay. Which part?
The middle part, the island in the middle.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, I do know some parts. The reason why
you know where Copenhagen is, and you know the big peninsula. Between that, there's a small island. I live on that. That's where Hans Christian Andersen was born.
Okay, I don't know that part. Okay, I can see why you say it like that now. I can see why you
That sounds cool to me.
No, I've only been there to go watch Copenhagen play a couple of games. So yeah.
Oh, we can geography lesson. Okay.
You have Copenhagen over here and Britain over here, and I live on this middle island.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So not many men.
No, you fully doxed yourself.
We're going sports ball chat now. Yes, we are. Yes.
The
Yes.
season hasn't started yet, though, so it's not going to be much of an interesting chat. That has to be said.
We do go off the rails always.
So let me. You have covered, I believe, you have covered a bit of the Kouri Richins. Kouri. No, have you covered Kouri Richins?
All the KRs.
Yeah, I
you
covered her first two. I didn't cover the last one because I had some back problems, but I covered all the other pretrial hearings and we had a big laugh at that when never again will we be at a family gathering and he will show up without a sleeve or socks because he had an accident. That was a special victim impact statement.
That it was.
No, but it's again, we're always sitting here talking about, oh, how is this looking and how's that? She has her co-worker or the worker testifying that she made her buy the fentanyl.
Yeah, it's not good.
Probably going to be a problem.
Right.
Especially when she wanted stronger fentanyl.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson stuff.
Yeah, and that book she was writing, where she told her brother to tell that her husband had a big drug problem whenever he went hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
not good. Not good.
I don't think it's going to be good for her.
No,
Ooh.
and the fact that she decided, I know that everyone has a First Amendment rights, to do whatever they want. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but the fact that she decided to write a novel about her case in prison is probably. I mean, I don't
Not
think any
good.
lawyer would advise you to do anything in writing. Maybe try and do
Nope.
things orally, away from audios if possible. Some but no, she but like yeah. So what I haven't, I'm going to look into that. I haven't done any updates in regards to that
Oh,
because that
it's
one,
fun.
yeah, that one
It's
is a
fun.
long one. That one is a long one, and I haven't dived into that one yet. But have you guys looked into it? Have you guys read the letter? Or not? Sorry, the
Walk the
letter,
dog letter.
the novel, the 62-page novel that she wrote in prison. Have you guys read anything in regards to that?
So she like claiming it's a novel, but could also have possibly been witness intimidation and telling her family to lie. That's kind of the gist.
Yeah, it's most of it is just her saying, "Tell my brother to lie," and
Hmm.
it's really bad. It's
Yeah.
it's but I don't know if you know the case with the lady who was a caretaker and killed the woman she took care of with Vicine.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, the
I feel like I
it
should
was
know
with
this one.
Judge Darrow from the Dale Brooks
from the
case.
from
She,
books. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I should know this one. It was
she
after.
started.
So sorry, go on.
I think it was back in January or February or something, but she had 8 pages where she told people how to falsify records. But that was also just a letter. It's nothing.
Just a letter. No, she didn't mean it. It was just a joke.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Let me try and find that scene because I remember
I
it.
don't know
It's
why these
in my
people
head
do
now.
these things.
Is that Nikolai Mute or is that correct? What trial is that?
No, Nicole Mew was
She was. I called it the Vicine. She had a
yeah, the
Polish
Vicine one.
last name. No, the Nicholas Mew case was the guy in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah,
Both were Wisconsin though.
yeah. There's a lot of crimes. Massachusetts, Wisconsin, and
Mhm.
Florida is the big. I've been doing this almost 2
Big
years.
three.
That's I see a lot of cases out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse.
Oh, Jesse
Jesse
Koszewski.
something. That
Jesse Koszewski.
Yeah.
right.
Jesse Koszewski.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Judge Doro.
I was like, I can
Yeah,
see her
oh,
face. I know it was
I
Judge
trust
Darrow.
I trust murder. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which also
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that case. I was like, oh, I knew I heard about that case because I was surprised to see her have another case televised so quickly after Darrell Brooks. So so I was quite so that's how I knew it. I don't know nothing about that case about a case, by the way, but okay.
Well, but it was a kind of an interesting case because the reason they started thinking it was murder was because there was a lot of leeches around who wanted the lady's money, but she was the only one who helped her.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
because someone thought he would inherit 50K or something like that, they raised a stink about it. Until then, no one gave a F about how she died. But she had priors for doing the same stuff. She had we don't have it in Denmark. I don't think you have it in Britain where you can give like a pawn shop your title for your car and then give you money and
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
buy it back in a month or something like that.
Pawn it off as long as you pay back on time.
Yeah, she had done that 3 times with her mom's car. So
Oh God. Oh, that's not good.
No.
I remember
Especially
that
when
case
it's
going
such
on. It's one of I don't know. Something else was going on at the time that I was watching. I can't remember what case it was. There's too many.
There's a lot of cases. Libby 3, welcome. I'm new here. I'm a Baker subscriber. Welcome, Libby. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much, everyone in the chat,
I
for,
should share this
of
on my
course,
Discord so people get a
contributing to
notification
the
for it.
conversation. Oh,
But
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Baker. Phoebe MC says
no,
she's
I
not
love
federal
going on.
on there. Oh, I don't know what you meant by that. Uh,
No,
by that.
I was about to say, but you started speaking, so I was about to say I like to go on smaller channels and help them get some numbers. It's nice to work together and make people
Yes.
grow, because I've been lucky people had me on, and that's, I I don't know how new you are to the business. There's a lot of people in here who kind of want to isolate and don't work together, but I feel like working together really helps each other out, and you can grow together instead of just protecting yourself.
I'm with you.
The
I'm
more the
with you.
merrier.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. Definitely. I do this every week. This show every Sunday. I'm gonna take this opportunity to plug. So, I do this
Do it.
every Sunday, same time. So, 1 hour give or take, but I will announce it. So I'm always having guests on here. So, definitely. Like, we should definitely collab a lot more, because there are so many trials out there, but you can only watch one, So I try to do this, like trying to
Yeah,
kind of have a conversation and bring everyone together, get everyone's opinions. But yeah, so yeah, it's good. It's good. So in regards to Kouri Richins, then do you think she actually did it then, or do you think that that it's someone else?
I think she's guilty,
Okay.
because you have her drug addicted worker testifying. Of course, she got a plea deal. I don't like plea deals, but she got a plea deal, and she testified she bought fentanyl for her twice. So that's going to be a big problem. You have the massive loan. I think it was 3 million, 2 million, 3 million. I can't remember. She made a life insurance that he didn't know about, but he found out, so he changed it so the sister got the
Right.
money instead, and she punched the sister. So I think Baker's not Baker, Corey's in trouble.
Yeah. What
Yep.
what
And
do you
there's
think,
all the
Alyssa?
cell phone stuff that's gonna like the coworker person, like they also have all the cell phone data to back up what she's saying, even though okay, she had a plea deal, but
Yeah.
it's not like it's just her word. So there's stuff to corroborate that. There's her, all her basically everything on her phone, her Google searches are not good.
Mm.
Although, apparently we're not supposed to trust those anymore. So who knows?
Oh yeah, since what was it? Since the other guys from Karen
Yeah.
Reed trials
Yep.
testimony, is it? Apparently they're
Nothing.
not as reliable as we thought they were.
Nope. Apparently you can't trust any of it. But yeah, it's doesn't look good
I'm
for
sorry.
her, and she keeps making it worse by writing all these things down and telling people to lie for her when she's in jail.
I'm sorry, but Karen Reed is
Have
making it worse. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Alicia, you worked in the prison system, so you know
Yes.
about. Do you have any? Have you had anything to do with the court system, or you
Like
just
me personally?
no?
Or
I meant Dr. Heinz. If why he's into trials, because I do the layman duty in Denmark. That's our jury system. I've been doing that
Mhm.
for 13 years. I have seen tons of Cellbrite reports. Everyone
Yeah.
trusts Cellbrites,
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like
except
the gold
in
standard.
one case.
I know. Yep. That's
I won't
all of
lie.
it.
I won't lie. I was actually on the fence when I heard them say that we wouldn't trust Cellbrite because of what you just said. They have such credibility within this, in the area of
Everywhere.
yeah,
Like
everywhere.
worldwide.
That there is no that if you're saying that, you either have a very weak case and you're like trying to excuse a text that is so bad for you, or there is actual credible reasons. And when the expert did broke down how, and actually broke it down competently, how they have updated the system, and they're still using this system, and that is not even something that's out of the realm of impossibility. It's companies do this. They do this to cut
Right.
corners. They don't update their devices and that. So when this guy exposed that, it's like, whoa.
They
Now,
exposed it.
yeah, because now you're
Yeah.
like, now there's a due process violation now you have to consider, because how much people's due process rights were violated because they couldn't update the systems to make sure that everything is thorough. Like, I cannot believe everything that came out of that trial. Forget Proctor. I think that little bit of one word that he said, this as kind of.
But it's like, are we going to keep taking that and destroy the credibility of Celebrate, or are we going to say this guy was just kind of paid to say what?
I think it'll ripple. I think there's too many cases. There is too many cases for it not to have any ripple. Someone will try something.
Oh, they'll try it. Absolutely. Yeah. I just don't know how successful they'll be.
Well,
but no, like, to kind of answer that, like, I just like to watch trials all the time. I'm just interested in it. I'm a nurse, so in prison now, working there, so you kind of see the other side of things, which is kind of cool to. But I like watching the two sides.
Walk down the hall tomorrow and ask how many of you had Cellbrite as a part of your case.
Absolutely,
everyone has Cellbrite.
All of them. Yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
we actually had a big problem in Denmark, I think like 10 years ago, because back then they believed that you could triangle cell phone signals and say, okay, we have one tower here, one tower here, one tower here. This is where the phone is. No, because you can say it was in that direction, but we can't say if it's 1 feet or 500 kilometers away
it's not
from.
nearly as specific.
Yeah. So we had to have, I think it was more than 100 cases gone over again and see, okay, is the cell phone detrimental to the case? Because normally you'll say you have like the 3 cones of a cell tower, and it's somewhere in here.
Yeah.
And then there's another tower over here in this direction. So yeah, he was in that city or that part of the city, but you can't say he was at the bank.
Right, like that location.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's that's one things that if that's the only stuff that they're going to give you with a cell phone, that kind of don't trust it as much as if we're going to get much more specific at the GPS data and things like that. So yeah, it can vary. Sometimes my phone says I'm in the river.
But it's the same if you have I have FiberNet, and the company is located in a totally different part of Denmark. So I get those notifications. You're trying to log on in this town. No, I'm exactly where I was yesterday, but because it pings off their address.
Yep.
It's weird.
It is weird. It's all very odd.
Right. So
I do think what they've got for Kouri Richins is pretty damning for her. I don't see them being able to challenge that one too much.
No, because they have text messages from her.
Right.
Saying, leave it at the... Now, how is it? Give it to me in the driveway or leave it in the driveway. Or how was it?
Yeah. Something about the driveway, I remember.
Yeah. The driveway is mentioned, so it's a little hard to get around.
Yeah.
Get around that one too.
And also I want to ask, because we will go into those text messages, because I have questions in regards to this possible affair that she was having, and also I also, because I actually don't know about that part, so you guys have to update me, the juror in this case. anyway.
Which I do kind of love the whole idea of like, we're here on an unintentional juror, but Baker's like the intentional juror.
Yeah,
he's not doing it.
I have signed up for I'm running my fourth 4-year period now as a juror. So
see, intentional juror. Wow. I like it.
That's actually nice. So like I didn't ask you this before. I should have asked, to be honest. But is it like one of those? Because I've heard of this. I think there is a UK equivalent, but the name is escaping me right now. But I remember the concept being that you're kind of like the head juror. Like when new jurors come, you kind of like proffer them what to expect.
Nope.
No, okay. What do you do?
The system is just every 4 year, the city will put out, okay, we're going to need laymen. And you'll write them and say, hey, I want to do it. And you go on a website and fill out, I haven't done crimes. I'm pretty not insane and stuff like that. Ship it to the city. The city will then take all of them, go through them, say, yep, this looks fine. Send it to the government over in Copenhagen, who will then go through them again and say, yep, they can all serve. Then there's a lottery where they pick the numbers, and you can either go where I am, which is city court. That's where normally crimes up to 4 years. But sometimes if the defendant wishes a speedier trial, they'll say, just do it there. So I have had a murder, which normally wouldn't be on my level. And then you get either my level or you'll get to the next level. But we are 2 laymen and 1 judge in a case, and everyone has 1 vote each, and it's the majority rule. So we hear the case, and then we discuss it and say, okay, they prove it, they didn't prove it. And when we're done with that, he will say, well, normally the guidelines are 5 years for this. And we can say, well, we think maybe 4 years is appropriate or 6 years is appropriate. And then we'll discuss that. And so we give him both, find him guilty and sentence, or find him not guilty. So there's no one above anyone else. We can vote the judge down and say, nope, the judge think he's guilty. The layman says, no, we'll have a split decision.
Okay. I
like that. That's a really cool system.
That is very different. That is very different. That's
It's
not
so different, but I like that. Hey.
Sorry.
You first.
Oh, I was just saying I like the system. It's cool.
No worries.
It's so interesting how there's different systems, especially because, like, I feel like, since the US, we just have all of our stuff everywhere on the internet. That's it seems like more common, but it's nice to kind of hear about how different ones are, even though we don't get to see it per se playing out. It's cool.
Yeah, well, I think, and that's we all think our own justice system is the best, and there's flaws on everyone else. But I actually like that we sign up for a 4-year deal, so we want to be there, because the biggest problem I have watching trials is people coming in chat saying, "How do I get out of jury duty?"
All the time. It's like a running joke.
Yeah, because
like how to get out of jury duty. Yep.
Do you want the people who couldn't get out of jury duty if you had? Because let's face it, each and every one of us could get charged with something.
Absolutely.
Would you then have the best people or the people who are too stupid to get out of jury duty?
Yeah. Exactly. And you want the people who want to be there, who want to pay attention. Yep. I think that's one of the big flaws in the system too.
Yeah, because you can just say, "Hey, can I ask about jury nullification?" You'll be chucked out of that courtroom faster than you can breathe.
Right. That's all you got to do.
I did. Okay, so I did actually. I was able to find something that is UK equivalent. But it's an essay, so it's kind of like. But yeah. It does break down what it's like in the UK. I didn't know this one existed. I thought it was like where I'm not even sure if I'm mixing this one up with another memory, but I thought it was a system where you go in and you are the main juror, like the head juror within a jury.
Yeah,
and you would volunteer yourself to be a juror, basically. I thought that was basically, because I know you can volunteer to be a juror, like you can make yourself available all the time. So I thought it was like that, but I didn't know about this side. So you have introduced me to a whole new world to kind of be more involved in the system. So thank you for that.
But that's what I find so fascinating about all this YouTube law, because I started watching it just because. Yeah, you're kind of like you're watching shop. Oh, this is how they do it in America. We do that in Denmark. But then all of a sudden you start to have these conversations. I can see Iris, who's a paralegal from my chat. Hi, Iris. And she teaches me about whenever I say something, she'll say something, or Josie, who's not called Josie, but I made her that name. And they will tell me, no, the law is this, because we don't understand American law as well, because I'm just a layperson. I don't understand anything. I'll Google how much for second degree when people are asking me.
Yep.
But it's just fascinating to learn about, because again, look at the Karen Reed case. Look at the Nicholas Mew, which I felt he was not being given a fair trial.
I agree. That one made me sad.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know the Kouri Richins case, a girl who was tried 4
Yeah.
times for the same in the same case. It's
Yep. I remember
took
that
her
one too.
10 years to get a conviction, got 17 years in prison, which
What's her
I
name?
believe was
Sorry, what's her name?
Kouri
Carolyn
Richins. She was
Carolyn
quite
Carolyn.
famous. It was the first lesbian who was charged with killing her spouse, because it was
Mhm.
right after they made it legal in that was Massachusetts.
That was
as well.
it was Massachusetts. Mhm.
Yeah.
We might have to discuss this case on one episode. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like
That one's really
really
interesting.
interesting
I like
case.
that
I
case.
thought I didn't even have to hear, like, the minute I heard lesbian and, like, you know, and no, I legit just forgot. I literally remember this.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I didn't want to put my foot in my mouth more.
Oh, I do that all. I just blame it on the Danish accent and said, "Oh, I don't know
There
English
you
words so
go.
hard." But
Yeah.
just say,
It's a
well,
language issue.
I speak British English. It's kind of different than American English. That's why I said it that way.
We
Nope.
say
Right.
fish
Well, there
But
was
chips, not
Curtis
fries.
Flowers as well, who I want to say was 7 times he went to trial for the
Yeah.
same exact thing. Yep, in Mississippi.
yeah, I actually I know a guy called Steve Gosney down in Florida who used to
Oh
work
yeah.
on the appellate court for death penalties, and he just got
Mhm.
railroaded by the stupid journalist. But that's another thing. I so wanted to have him on and talk. What's the fairness in that? Because the state can always sue you. The state
Right.
never runs out of money.
They can
But
you can always keep bringing it
yeah,
against you. It's not fair.
look at Karen Reed. She spends at least 5K a day.
Yeah.
She's in court.
Yep.
If they get another hung jury, Lally don't mind. He can do it again.
Yeah.
Can
I
she
know
get
all
people
another
do that as well.
300,000?
And they'll keep doing it again as well. I feel
They
they'll
will.
keep doing it until
They literally bankrupt her until she can't actually continue.
that's
Mhm.
what I feel.
But yeah, no, this Curtis Flowers, he was tried for murder 6 times total, 4 times convicted, and all of those were overturned on appeal. Until finally, I think it was a couple of years ago when they were just like, we're done with this. Like, you can't. You need to drop the charges finally. Yeah, in 2020. And the when was it that it had happened?
Yeah,
1996 was when the crime was.
but
And it just,
that's
his
the
whole
big
life.
thing.
Yeah.
You can't fight the state. The state have
Yeah.
always more money, more time than you have.
Yep.
More resources. The money they're taking from you.
Exactly.
They're then going to go
It's
back.
basically
and
your money
tax
to
you.
fight yourself. It's basically your money
Mhm.
to fight yourself. That sounds so ridiculous,
Yeah, and
doesn't
again,
it?
and I love what this. No, I don't, because there's a person involved in it. But the spotlight Karen Reed have pointed to Canton and Massachusetts about
Mhm.
how corrupt it is, and now there's a whole new subsector of YouTubers going around looking at. I don't know if you know that mayor it's near Chicago, the one who used her credit card for used the
Yes.
town's credit
Yes,
card to go
yes,
to
I
Las
remember.
Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, I know that story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. There's a lot more YouTube journalism going on now, where people are saying,
Mm.
"Hey, this looks wrong. Let's look into it."
Yeah.
And I think that's really, that shows the power of the internet. And again, we're sitting
Mhm.
from 3 different continents talking together. Well, 2 different continents and an island, and can discuss things. You can't keep it
Right.
secret in Canton anymore.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Could you imagine back in
Yeah.
the day, like in the 40s, when there was no internet? Damn, they would get away with this
Right.
stuff all the time.
That's the thing. And that's how they've gotten away with these things for so long, because it was never
Yeah.
able to be widespread like this. It was kept in a little bubble, and no one was having to, come clean about it. Now everyone's getting exposed left and right.
So I want to
Yeah,
go to
and
you.
again, it's
Sorry, go on.
Sorry. Nope.
Oh,
Yep. I
oh.
talk too much. It's not my
No,
story.
no. Finish your thought. Finish your thought.
No, I just wanted to say I'm so old. I remember when we don't had cell phones. I was deployed before you could bring cell phones because it was so expensive with the roaming, and
Oh yeah.
and you only had a payphone, and we had emails because it was sent to a military base. They downloaded. You had to send it to a military server, so they downloaded all of it and gave it to you, so everyone could read each other's emails. Oh, that was how it was done back in the 90s. Yeah, well, early 2000s when I was deployed.
Yeah.
And now, 24 years later, I have watches in Australia. It's such a crazy thing how the world has gotten smaller since then.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
In such a short period of time, like
Yeah.
relatively speaking.
Okay. So
Sorry, Iris.
So I am doing a poll for you guys right now. It's about Kouri Richins. So yeah. Let guilty, not guilty. Wait. Okay. Wait, guilty, innocent. I'll put that in because she's not in court yet. I'll put innocent in for now. It
Which
could be a mistrial. Anything could happen at this point.
We should
Anything
say,
could
you
happen.
know, coming in,
Yeah,
coming in a
anything could
child.
happen.
We want
Need
to, you
more.
know, presumption of innocence at first.
Yeah, need more evidence. But I do want to say, guys, I made the most boomer mistake of all mistakes, right? I tuned in to the wrong YouTube one time, and I tried to do this poll once on my, and it didn't work. I was like, wait a second, why can't I do a poll? And I said it's because I wasn't monetized. So I wasn't actually trying to plug that time.
Was that why? I remember that.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to plug, by the way, guys. I actually didn't know I was on the wrong, like my other account, on this account, knowing that I can't control admin wise. So it wasn't a plug, but this one is a plug. Definitely try and get us monetized. Definitely try and get us monetized over here. We're so close. We have passed the first threshold. We have definitely passed the watch time required. It's just the subscribers count now. So please spread this high and wide. We are so close. But none of that, I hope that you guys are actually enjoying the stream, and I hope that you guys are enjoying the conversation that we are having here. So I want to go back to Kouri Richins here for a second, and the mother came out and was speaking in support of Kouri Richins, and I think Court TV was the one that conducted the interview. I want to get your reactions on it, so let me quickly play it, and then I will get each of your thoughts in regards to what both the mother and I think the brother has to say in regards to Kouri. Oh, that went too far.
Outcome here, we want an honest, fair trial. That's it. I know her innocence, and that's all that matters. And it will come out. It's just time. There was no witness tampering there. Absolutely none. It's just bogus, and I think how he ruled on that was a good idea. It feels encouraging, but knowing that they were going to not win that, the jail has placed a no contact order, so I can't talk to her anyway.
Okay, so before going to the brother, what do you make of the mom? Everything she's saying, do you think that she actually believes the daughter is innocent, or is it just mother's? Huh? Sorry, go on.
I mean, I think she probably does. I mean, no one wants to believe your kid is capable of that. I mean, and everyone should have a fair trial.
My mom would not believe me. My mom would, if I came home and I said I killed someone, my mom was like, "Yep, you did it."
Like, no, you didn't.
I know I did not raise you. No. She would actually say,
right.
I know. She would say, "You did it because I know I didn't raise you, and I know if I raised you, you would have had a voice in your head to tell you that not to do that." That's what she would say, and she would not support me. She would not be up here. She would be like, "Nope, let the system do it." That's actually the truth. She wouldn't do that. Anyway, sorry, continue. What were you saying?
I'm guessing this was right after the letter, because they were saying like the witness tampering and everything. So that probably is hard too.
Yeah, and again, it's I think, wouldn't you? I have 2 kids. I think I would believe a lot of what they were saying, even though there might be that little Jiminy Cricket in the back of your head saying, "Nah." I think
Right.
it's kind of like love. It makes you blind, and if you have kids, you'll always love them. So
Yeah.
it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I think. What else would you have her say?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
she did it.
Yeah.
Chuck her in
No,
the
I
kitchen.
yeah,
okay,
it'd be really
so
hard to do that. But it does make me sad that guess I didn't realize that the jail's not letting her contact her mom. Like,
Well,
that sucks.
Well, they are now.
Because people
I know.
go, are they again? Okay.
but
yeah,
but
yeah.
Jo-
People
Josie
don't do
actually
well
brings
when you
up
can't contact your family.
Josie actually brings up a good point. Her mom also has had a significant other pass away in a kind of suspicious way. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
yeah,
that. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. Yeah, you're right.
also, I also want to put out there. I'm not sure. Actually, before saying this, I want to ask Baker. Are you aware of the Laura Owens case?
oh, the tonsil twin. Yeah, I haven't covered it, but MG Law. I've been on a few shows with him when he covers it. It's what
Did you call that a tonsil twins?
The
Wow!
Tonsil Twins.
I didn't know you registered late. I'm
Guys,
sorry, you registered late.
we've
You
covered
registered-
this so many times. How have you
No,
not
no,
heard this
no,
yet?
no. I never heard him. I never heard anyone say that though. I never heard anyone say.
I think
tonsil
isn't it Megan Fox who invented the tonsil twins?
I think
I never
so. Yeah, I
heard
think it was
that.
Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Oh,
I could have sworn we've mentioned it on one of the other lives,
no,
but
honestly, I've never heard that. Like,
that's so
tonsil-
funny.
I know
Yeah,
I heard.
Oh yes.
I know I
The
heard
never
BJ and
ending
all.
fun.
Oh,
The
please
tonsil
don't play
twins.
music. Oh,
Oh gosh, they're playing music in the outside. Okay, so
anyway, so have you guys seen what's happened with the mom coming out to be in support of Laura Owens? Then
no, that happened yesterday, right? I haven't seen what
with
happened.
the body cam that was back in 2023.
Yeah.
like she was speaking, she was saying that the daughter was, smear campaign, this and that.
Do you think that's the love that you were speaking about? That they have that they'll do anything for the daughter, or just that they really believe that they're innocent?
That mom, I think it's probably both.
Yeah,
A little bit of
well,
both.
It's a strange thing when you have kids. It's kind of psychotic the way kids make you feel. So, but no, I just would she believe that her daughter would lie 3 times about the same thing? That's
At that point, I feel like that should be a little bit of a like maybe we should get help here. Right. Yeah, they seem to know
Oh, shoot.
more than
Sorry.
some others about what
Oh dang!
going
I think I
on.
muted myself. Sorry, I think I muted myself. So I was saying I muted myself. Sorry. So I was saying. Wait, I hope I didn't. I did mute myself because I'm going to repeat myself again here.
I can
Anyway.
still hear you. If that means anything.
But yeah, no. So basically, what I was saying was basically the what was I saying? So yeah, the support that that Laura's mom is giving to her. You also got to look at the dad that has also told Mike Maricini that Laura has the propensity to make up things. So when you look at this, you have to look at, well, what are the parents standing to benefit from this? And every time I look at the interest, I don't tend to. Guys, I'm sorry. One second. Let's go fast. I'll just read the chat. I'll just read the chat while this goes on.
Right.
no, but I think moms and dad can have a different view on their kids as well.
Oh yeah.
You could have a daughter who's really manipulative, and if the mom have the same kind of traits, they would probably believe each other more. And the dad who lives with it might be.
Yeah. Because he's seen it from both of them. So he's like, oh.
What was the case with the girl in Florida with who went out, the bottle girl who went out and left her kid, and she claimed the kid drowned in the pool.
Oh,
I
Casey
know that
Anthony.
case you talk about. I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
It's a Latina
Casey
woman, isn't
Anthony.
it? Latina. No,
Okay.
it's not.
No,
It's not Casey.
it's Casey Anthony.
Oh yeah,
Her
it's Casey.
her
No,
parents.
no. There is actually another case of this. There is actually another. Never mind.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's focus on Casey Anthony. But there is yes. No. Continue. Casey Anthony.
Well,
Continue.
her parents, yeah,
Yeah, her parents were fighting for her as well, and trying to cover up for her,
for the
and
longest time.
yeah, and she got away with it.
And then she threw him under the bus at trial. So
Yeah, she
now
claimed
they're over it.
he had tickled a little bit too much.
Yeah, exactly. Now they're just like, nope, I'm done with that.
Right.
But
So
yeah, that's what it takes really to kind of get past that. It is interesting.
right. So I'm gonna play what the brother has to say, and I think what the brother had to say is kind of interesting, and I would like you guys' reactions to it. So here it is.
I think they're going after that pretty hard. I don't really have that much to say about it. From what Kouri explained to me, it was just fictitious letter. I don't have a whole lot to really say about it. I think they're trying to harp on that quite a bit because it obviously makes her look bad, even though there's several explanations for it. My sister, she can't even squash a spider. She loved Eric. She loved her family more than anything. And I hate to say that, unfortunately, she's being painted in this light for really bad reasons, really selfish reasons. And so, we've got to get through that. Again, I know my sister very, very well, and anyone that actually knows her knows that she's just incapable of doing that.
Thoughts. We need thoughts. We'll start with you, Baker. What do you
Well, I
think?
get
Of
where
that?
he's
Do you
coming
think that's
from.
authentic? Do you think that's authentic though? Like, what do you? We'll start with Baker first.
I don't feel the conviction behind what he's saying. I don't feel he's convinced about what he's saying. He's just saying this to tell it to the press, which probably is a bad idea. He should just shut up, because to me, I don't feel him. I feel I'm saying the script because that letter is really bad. It's really, really bad. Again, I always say trials isn't about law. Trials is just about persuading 12 people or 6 people if you're in Florida this person is guilty. It's kind of like the Sarah Boone case. Just play the guy in the video of the guy in the suitcase. They'll find her guilty in a minute.
Yeah.
So it's not about the law. It's about, and reading that letter, I think that'll do her in.
Mm-hmm. Especially since he's the one that was being told to lie in that letter. I agree. I definitely don't. I think he wants to believe it, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said the word. I'm glad you said it like that as well. Want to believe it but doesn't, because you can tell when he was saying before he said anyone that knows my sister is not capable of doing this. There was a long pause, and I was like, you don't pause, my guy.
Right.
Like your sister is about to go to prison, and you believe she didn't do it. Why are you pausing? No, be linear. But everyone is nervous. But that pause was way too long for my liking, because it just tells me that he's got that family, the Eric's family in his head. And he's like, if I actually say what I want to say right now, it could upset them. And I'm like, if you really believe,
implicate his
no,
more.
I'm gonna go with upset. I'm actually gonna go with upset, and not upset in the term, in the way of, I believe my sister is innocent, and I want to keep I want to keep connection because I'm best friends. It's more of, they could be best friends or not best friends. It's just the idea that your sister didn't do, like, as you're saying she did. You know what I mean? Like, something is not congruent. So that's what I think that pause is is showing, because that's the lack of, let me go to it in fact to show, because that's the lack of conviction that Baker was talking about, because it's right here. Let me go back. great court TV. You can't even use. I can't even use the left arrow to go back. I have to find
What
it
a
by
great
with
site they are.
I have to find it with the mouse. Anyway, I think it's here. It's,
more than anything. And I hate to say that, unfortunately, she's being painted in this light for.
See what I mean? Why are you pausing here?
Yeah.
She's being painted in this light. This is the wrong moment to pause because you now have to, like, for killing her husband. Say it. But that's what I'm trying to say. If you know
like
she didn't do it, you be like, no, she didn't do this. She didn't kill him. You can say it because you know someone else out there did outside of your sister. So why can't you bring yourself to say it? Because I believe that he believes deep down there's a possibility that she did it. Might be a tiny possibility, but it's in his head. That's what I think anyway.
Yep. It's almost like he's pausing to just convince himself a little bit, but it's not good
again,
in there.
The letter was to him, and
remember telling him to lie.
Yeah, remember to talk about his drug use, and if he knows he didn't really have a drug problem, he must be standing. And again, that's probably what we forget in a lot of cases. We feel sympathy for the people who lost someone in their family, but imagine being this guy. You want to protect your sister. That's one of the strongest urges men have, is protect their mom, their sisters, and daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And you're standing there, and she's saying, she wrote you a letter that you probably know was BS. He could be on the stand testifying against his own sister. It's really bad position to be in.
Awful.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So
I do think it's all of them need to just not talk.
Yeah.
It's not helping.
Yeah. So the one thing I don't know about this case is this boyfriend. This is the one part I don't know. So either of you guys take the reins, because when I stopped following, I think this update came in March. So some or April, I don't know. But I was doing I was covering other cases, so I didn't have time to look into these updates. What is this text that the prosecution has in regards to a secret relationship that Kouri was having with someone else? Do you guys know anything in regards to that?
I can't remember that text.
I can't either. I won't lie. I remember there being some.
There was some side piece.
Yeah.
Connect. Yeah, and
all right.
If Crime Spice doesn't get it, because she's been covering this a lot too.
Yeah, it wasn't a filing. All I have is the court TV article based on the filing, so I don't actually have the actual filing. So if Crime Spice does actually, I think she would. She's very resourceful. But if you do, she said she didn't know about the BF. So I'm glad I'm not on my own. I
remember hearing about it.
I'm glad I'm not on my own.
I do know, like, I was watching Emily D. Baker's stream with the hearing the other day. And I know she had mentioned it too. So I know it's out there. I just can't remember anything about it.
I found a Daily Mail article saying, Moscow Mule killer Kouri Richins' lover unmasked. Utah author wanted to start new life with handyman Robert Grossman, who ended up homeless after she evicted him.
I think you can share it. You can share it. You can share your screen. You can share your screen, Baker.
I don't know how to share this program.
Oh, it's the fifth button after the fourth one, which is next to the mic, is the screen button, like the TV. It looks like a TV. So after you do that, you can
just put it over here so it goes widescreen instead of horizontal.
Okay. I found that article. I don't know how to do it either, though.
No. Go on. Yeah.
But in a new court finding seen by Daily Mail, prosecutors revealed Kouri Richins was having an affair with handyman Robert Grossman. The romance began before her husband's death and continued for months after until Kouri evicted Grossman from her property. Wound on homeless, living out of a black Ford 150.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. She's not getting out of this.
What?
Not only do they have you on insurance,
evicted
not only
him.
are you fighting for money and walking into their financial motive for killing him, not only do you have that, you also now have the careless of heart, where you're not gonna care.
I see why they brought first degree. I actually see it. I was wondering, why would you go? Because first degree is a stretch. It's a very high burden. So
Well,
now I
but
get it.
she clearly planned ahead by getting the drugs.
meets
But
it.
now we also
This
have
does-
this too.
Yeah, this meets it.
To a T.
Oh no.
Yeah, and if I was divorced right now and asked you to marry me tomorrow, you would? Question mark. She texted him in February, just weeks
Oh,
before she
no.
allegedly poisoned her husband.
Oh no.
I just want to lay on the couch and cuddle you, watch a murder documentary and snuggle.
I think she's lost.
2 weeks
I
later,
mean-
she texted, life is going to be different, I promise, adding, I hate your hard days. I wish I could be there to
Yeah.
turn them around for you. Can I try Friday? Give me a few days. Hang in there until then, please. Yeah, that
Yeah, it's
doesn't look good.
over. Yeah, it's over. Whoa. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just think-
don't
I
see
can't
how-
that she evicted him.
can't see
I don't know
how-
why that is like
Yeah. Even the eviction is gonna go against
kind
you.
of savage.
No, that eviction is gonna go against you because now you realize you're in shambles. You're like, cut it loose. Let's not make it look
Right.
suspicious.
Eek.
Whew. This is
Yeah,
over
it's-
before it began. Why didn't she? Was she? I don't think was she ever offered a plea deal? Do you think anything been reported about a plea deal?
I haven't heard anything about plea deals in this case because they also have that civil suit going on. So I think they want to throw the book at her hard because she's suing his
Yeah.
estate
Yeah.
so she could get the money from the. And I think that got tossed out or she got denied, but she wanted to have the money from his life insurance to pay for her defense.
Yeah.
So I think they're throwing the book at her.
Okay. I cannot
Aye.
wait. I cannot wait for all parts
Maybe
of
she
this.
just needed the money for her prison for the rich and famous.
Okay. Well, next week,
next week we are definitely going to be going through the transcript for the phone calls that we have with our brother because
I don't have enough time to go through that. That's it's a long transcript, but I will share.
the emails, the letter, the walk the dog letter. Managed to find it in the end. Was looking everywhere for that. Now I gotta look for the for these texts. So bear with me while I go on a side quest, while I go on a side mission.
Well, that's
I can help do.
that's
do some
that's the
ground
beauty of on being on YouTube. There's always I have two really good snoots who call court for me and everything. Jess and Marissa is really good at doing all. I don't do any homework. I just show up and smile.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I'm just a pretty face. Well, I'm just a face.
Mhm.
I need to take flipping heck. I need to take
The
a-
resources.
I need to take a leaf out of your book. Why am I wasting all these good looks? Like I'm working hard like a sucker.
Well,
What the
I
fuck?
can tell you.
Listen, I'll find the documents. You guys do the talking.
Yeah, Iris will do you. She's already she's a dangerous Mexican lady, but she already took a fancy in you, so she'll do it for you.
There you go. Perfect.
Wait, who? Wait, who?
Irish.
Oh no.
Irish.
Irish.
chat.
I would love Irish. I would love Irish to do my research any day. You're welcome, Irish. Mention
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hate grown-ups, man, because everything is a double entendre. I hate being a grown-up. Hate being an
That's
adult. You
true.
can't make innocent no jokes anymore.
Anyway, so this is the walk the dog letter that was sent. She wrote this, right? She was the one that wrote this. I actually don't know
Oh yeah.
the context around the
Yeah.
novel and
Oh yeah.
the walk the dog. So I'll be learning as with everyone, and we'll close out on this one next stream. We'll go into a novel as well as a transcript of the phone call. But for now, we'll go through this. Walk the dog, but take vague notes. So remember, I want to know what the asterisk means. Usually, when I do an asterisk, I always put it at the top right or bottom left of the page, and she hasn't done either. So I just want to wild goose
You
chase
probably
for
just
nothing.
didn't even put
Okay.
anything. Knowing
Okay.
her.
No. I see it here. So this is an asterisk. Reword this. However, he needs to make the point just to include it all. But take vague notes so that you remember. All right. That's gonna make sense one way or the other. If I don't know how she wrote like that, but I do anyway. Never mind. I've been called a squirrel before. Maybe this is this is a visual representation of how. Anyway, Sky is saying even if the gummies have fentanyl in them, the prosecutor will say I tried to put them in the fentanyl in the gummies. So why would you write this? So Eric would have them. Stupid, I know, but that's
Great
what she's
question.
thinking. We will still
So,
test them though.
Sky was
However,
her attorney as well.
Sky. Oh, that was the attorney that. Oh no, that was Lazaro. Lazaro was
Sky
on
is that's the attorney.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
her name is
Mhm.
Sky Lazaro.
Yeah, I'm sad she's
Oh,
gone. I
okay,
liked her.
okay.
I liked her too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even
Sky
know.
Lazaro. She was she looked like one who took no prisoners.
None. Yeah.
Right enough. I
She
didn't
had
know that.
fabulous shoes too.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
I noticed a couple of things she has bought.
what did you notice?
Sorry. Some other things that she bought other than her shoes. I believe they were bought anyway.
What? What was it? What was it? What was it?
Probably were.
Whoa, whoa, wait, wait,
This
wait.
this is a
What are you
Sunday
guys talking
show.
about? What are
and,
you guys talking about?
It's the Lord's Day.
Huh? I don't know what
Fun
you guys are
bags.
talking about.
Yes.
I'm not as old as you guys, by the way. I'm not as old as you guys.
I'm saying I'm old.
But I'm not as old. I'm just saying I'm not as
What
old.
is? Just think of something that she could have bought for her body.
A lingerie.
It's female upgrade parts on the front side of the body.
A lingerie. Right? Okay, I don't want to know.
No,
I don't want to know.
no, it's more
I feel like
permanent.
no, I don't
Yes,
want to know.
more permanent.
No, I don't want to know now. I don't want
Do
tattoos.
you know
Tattoos?
Katie Price?
Yeah,
You know Katie Price.
yeah, the one with the big boobs.
What has she bought a lot of?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh no.
The one time I was actually looking for something and I didn't pay attention, you guys took the. You guys went in the back. I didn't even realize you guys were talking about that.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Here, it says here, her private investigator is doing some research on the ranch cartel place Eric would stay at. Here is what I'm thinking. But you would have to talk to Ronnie. He would probably have to testify to this, but it's super short. Not a lot to it. He would need to tell Sky at the meeting next week. He will need to tell Sky at the meeting next week upon information and belief, just like they say. A year prior to Eric's death, Ronnie was over watching football one Sunday, and Eric and Ronnie were chatting about Eric's Mexico ties. Eric told Ronnie he gets pain pills, fentanyl from Mexico, from the workers at the ranch. Why the judge dismiss witness tampering is beyond me. I don't know how. Was it? I'm guessing it was based on free speech grounds, wasn't it?
Well, I don't even know what. I don't think Eric can even Can he testify? Yeah, they had a motion about this. What the? I can't even remember.
I can't remember either. I remember that was there.
I remember Skylar was talking about. Well, it's fictional. It's an outline for a novel, and I've read it a couple of times, and I can't find anything that is
Novel.
built like a novel. This is clearly
Right.
you must lie about Eric's drug abuse.
Yeah.
That's
Which, I mean, it's a good argument,
yeah.
especially for your client that you know is a writer.
Yeah, kind of, but still, but it's
Yeah. I don't see it either, but I could,
but I can understand why they want this in.
Yeah.
Use it and say, this is what she did after we arrested her, and you can use this to impeach your brother and say, is it true as she write in this letter, or is it a lie she made you lie about?
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
At the
Absolutely.
very least, it's good for that. Yep. I don't even need to have the extra charges on there.
Let me go to the chat real quick. Iris Texas says, I like her already. Always make sure she takes care of the dog.
It's important.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, fair enough. I mean, yeah. People are like people for different reasons. I think she looks wicked. I don't know about you, man. Pictures are people's eyes, man. I don't know, man. Something about her eyes. And bear in mind, I was never the type of person to believe in any of this until I think I was still am. But a really good friend of mine, she's married. She gave me advice and was like, "How do you not see these girls are bad for you?" And I was telling her about my history of my exes, and then she was and then she was like, "You can tell by their eyes." And I can't unsee it. It's just one of those things you just can't unsee once you've been, told about, and yeah, I just can't unsee that in her. I just see a cold deadness there. I don't know why there isn't life, and I don't know whether that's a result of losing Eric or a result of what she did. So it could be one of the two, but I just I don't have a good feeling.
That's so funny because we always hear that, and his eyes turn dark, and I always said, that's BS. That's just something you say because people get mad and they look.
That's what I used to say too.
I had a case with a guy he had caught 8 grape. That's the YouTube word we use. Grape charges against him, and he was his mood was just up and down the entire time. But at one point, he was getting angry at one of the cops because they put him in irons because he had fought them out in another room, and you could just see his eyes. They were just black.
Yeah,
it was such a. I'm an old guy. I've been in a bar fight or two. I never seen someone where you could just see their eyes go totally dead eyes like a doll. Yeah. Shark eyes. Jamie, that's from yours. But that's it's so weird when you see these things in some of the cases where you're thinking, I thought that was kind of just something you said, but no, this person have it.
Yep. There's been a couple times where I've like, okay, because most of the time in my job, they're all very nice to me because we're just bringing the meds and leaving. But there's been a couple times where you're like, oh, okay, I see how we got here. And it's the eyes, just like one thing can set them off.
Right. Just wanna do this here. Right. Let me just read this, and then we got 10 minutes left, and then we'll just read the rest of the dog letter. So, Phoebe MC says, "Good Lord, Dr. Ketchup, slow on the uptake, are we?" Yes, I am. For all intents and purposes, this is what it looks like when I have to play catch up, and I mean real catch up, because oh, I just realized the double entendre. But no, I legit had to play massive catch up, not only in terms of the cases covering, but there was just a lot of work I had to put out on the main channel then focus on this one. And now that I'm kind of in the groove, you will see it fall into place. So I may not be inundated on some of the details in this case, but believe me, when it comes to a lot of what to say in regards to Kouri Richins, believe me, what I personally think about her is definitely informed. I'm not speaking out of my arse, basically.
I don't think that's what the slow on the uptake was about, though.
I thought
I don't think that's what the slow on the uptake was about.
Oh, what was it about? Wait, what does that mean? I
The
thought you
lawyer.
meant like I just don't have all the updates.
No, it was about me probably talking about
the fun bags,
the headlights,
the
jobbly wobblies.
Yep.
Oh gosh, let me just go back to this. I'm tired of you guys, man.
Hey, you invited us on. That's,
exactly, that's your fault.
Can't even have.
I love that you went all serious and said, "Yeah, I'm really going to look into this case." And I was sitting there thinking, he didn't catch that the breaker was talking about titlets. Doesn't he know 95% of the time it's titlets when he talks about something?
That's
I'm a 90s kid. Pamela Anderson was really big back then, so we didn't do the booty thing that the
Look,
modern
guys, I am a prude. I am a prude. I'm a prude, guys. I don't talk about. I mean, I do flirtatious stuff and all of those stuff, but I don't push the envelope.
We're here to corrupt
I'm actually
you,
the safest
apparently.
guy you ever meet. So I don't know. These things fly over my head. So I feel like a 10-year-old child, just becoming a teenager again in a room full of Sailor Mouse.
I can't draw a picture if you need.
Yes.
Anywho, let's close this out. Anyone to know he had an issue, especially get caught. He always wanted to know to go down for him. When they traveled, Eric would put his drugs in Kouri's bag at the airlines. She's writing this in a third person. Impressive. Yeah. Impressive. That's hard to do, You gotta commend that.
It was an outline, don't you know? It's an outline.
Yeah, it was an outline on the fly. That's actually pretty impressive. Right before they boarded. That way, if they were caught, Kouri got in trouble, not him. Once they got to whenever they were going, Eric would pull the drugs out of her bag and it would cause a huge fight. This is going to come back to haunt her. Whatever comes out in trial, she's not going to escape this. But then again, it could be hearsay because she argued that because it was written in third person, that you have to get that third person to come in and speak and testify. Who knows?
No, but again, it's you can say, well, it's just an outline for a novel, or you can say this is clearly to say this is the story I wanted to tell. But again, he wouldn't be able to tell it because it would be hearsay because he wasn't on the trip. Yeah. So it's stupid.
Yeah, and the fact that now this makes sense. The part that is that she says reward this, however, he needs to make the point. Just include it all is basically, it kind of drives home the point that it was probably just a story and it was just an outline for a. That's it. It does drive on that point. This part though, the connection has to be made with Mexico and drugs. Ronnie will have the messages to prove Eric confided in him about getting high. My question is, why are you using these names? Of all the names, you have so many names.
For her book, she hasn't changed them for the book yet. That's all.
The things in between the star things is just what makes it really good. Because that just takes the whole it's a story away.
It's a story. Yeah.
Reword this however he needs to make the point. Just include it all. It's
yep.
No.
Here's your lie outline.
Yeah.
When you talk to Ronnie about this, meet up with him in person. I worry sometimes your house and phone are bugged. Okay. Maybe drive down to what's SL? Anyway, SL and meet him. I don't know what that is. After work.
Salt
Salt
Lake,
Without-
possibly.
Huh?
Salt
Salt
Lake.
Lake.
Oh, okay.
Since it's
Without
Utah,
Bree-
that would make sense.
yeah. Without Bree Sky, without Bree, Sky has to make this connection between Eric and Mexico because that makes the most sense in her mind. If it's Ronnie's information and belief about the conversation over football, she can use that as a connection. Tell Ronnie, don't overanalyze it. It was a quick 2-minute conversation. Low. Tell him I need him to do this. Bring me home, and then we will get those damn B words, bitch. Oh wait, we can't swear here, bitches. Also, please text Lotto or call. Tell when we get monetized, that's when we lose these swearing privileges.
Yes,
So
exactly.
enjoy it while we can. Tell him not to do. Tell him do not text me anything. About us doing things together ever. I like church skiing. Nothing that puts us together. Trips. Nothing that puts us together. It doesn't look good. We are so close to the end. Let's push through. Have the conversation with Ronnie before he meets with Sky. Then tell him to tell Sky at the meeting about the conversation. Hang in there. We are almost there. Love you to the moon. Goes on to write another message. This sounds like instructions. What do you think?
Yep. Sure does.
Baker, everything all right there? You look drifted.
No, I was just looking at something on. I have too many screens and too much ADHD.
Feel
it's
that
because-
so hard.
It's because I'm looking at the YouTube thing, so I'm sitting here reading, and I'm 10 seconds behind. I'm sitting here thinking, it doesn't matter because I can't see anything in the. Normally, I'll see it in the StreamYard.
Yep.
So it's
That's why I'm looking down all the time.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
you can't see my screen?
no, I'm watching the YouTube feed on my other screen. That's why
Why can't you see my screen? That's so weird.
I can see
Oh, I
your
know
face.
that.
That's all.
Can you see it? Can you see it, Alyssa?
No,
I never can.
it says not visible.
I thought it was
I
just how
knew
the thing
I
worked. The program
directors.
was.
No. I will send you guys updated links. If you get any message saying go back to the last session, cancel. Don't click OK, cancel, because I'll go back to the old settings. I know what's going on now. You can't see
Well,
anything I'm doing. You guys would have to come
yeah, we
back
can see
in.
it on the stream. We can see it on the stream. It's all good.
Yeah, we're 10 seconds behind, but it's fine.
We're
That's,
making work.
Yeah.
Oh, stop being nice. I did not know that was happening. Damn it. Cookies. I hate cookies. Cookies is messing up my life. But yeah, that's what's causing this. So next, I will send you guys updated links. Clean up your cookies and click cancel on everything, and then it should work from there. Okay. So right. So that's all we have time for. So unfortunately,
That's what I'm saying. It's all good.
oh wow, what a stream. Gosh, let me close this down. I think I know how to finally work this on both interface. So I am not going to have this next week. Definitely not. Definitely no more of this. I am proficient. I feel like I'm ready now. I'm gonna conquer the world. I'm gonna conquer everything. Anyway, let's start. So before we do go, let's start with you, Bako. Like, what do you have coming for the week? What can we expect from you?
Next week, I'll be doing the Tillis case out of Nevada, the lawyer turned politician who might have sabulated a journalist because he was about to write something about some sex scandals he had at his office. So he'll probably start Tuesday, and Tuesday will also be. I'll probably look. This should be a hearing in the Courtney Clinny case.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So, and I want to see it because apparently they will be getting a knife throwing expert.
That's gonna make a difference.
Yes.
That's really gonna tilt the scales. but
I can just see a clown coming in juggling and say, "See, I can do it."
It's gonna be great.
To be quite fair, I'll be very fair to Courtney Clinny. Yeah, we have seen what's happened with Jonathan Majors. We didn't see anything in the press in regards to Jonathan Majors. If you guys have seen that trial, we didn't see anything in regards to any evidence from the prosecution. And then he got to trial. They had the video, and they had the video to release to TMZ, and after all of that, they had all of that. They had so much more that was not in the public eye. So who knows? I don't know what Courtney Clenny has. I don't know what Kouri Richins has.
To be fair, though,
Until trial.
Jonathan Majors is in my lovely state where we don't like to give anyone evidence of New York, and we just
Absolutely good
like
point. Good point,
the
good point.
transparency of milk.
Yeah, good point. Good
But
point.
we have Florida, where they get you know a lot more of the actual evidence.
Yeah, you have the sunshine law, but again,
Here we don't like
she's
sunshine.
just before I came on, you said that you were a little annoyed with women using a certain defense in all the cases.
Mhm.
It seems like she's going to go with that, but they have to prove by video or medical records he ever
Good.
did anything, because we've seen the videos of
They're
how
bad.
she treated him.
Good.
Yeah, those
I'm
videos
glad.
are
I'm
bad.
glad that that's the threshold that California, it's not California, that Florida has. That I'm glad that's a threshold, because everyone needs to get that threshold in, because I'm tired of all this.
Well, I
false
mean,
flipping
just
like-
those videos alone, they put them up there. It's not gonna look good for her. They're gonna have to find a way to prove otherwise.
my humps, my lovely lady lumps. You are wild. Oh, it's not okay. Random girl. It's not a Heinz stream where technical difficulty. That's right.
That is true.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. But it ends
That's why I
today.
know we're in the right place.
Just look for technical difficulties. If you find not once, you've taken you've gone right too far. You've gone right.
It's true.
Yep. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
but-
Okay. I think okay. I watch a teeny bit. Okay, so let me say. Of course, Alyssa, I'm waiting for you to start your YouTube channel. You best do. You
Yes.
best do. Megan
Yes.
Eston, hey,
See,
welcome.
I'm like
But-
Baker in your channel. I'm like the Jamie who just pops in and like, just chats.
But I actually say this to a lot of people. Are you sure you want to do this? Because
Right.
it's not. It's nice to have a Jamie, because she's always there. She's so sweet and talk to, but in the end, it's still the person who runs the stream. And I've had a problem after I got a VPN that I have to restart my computer in the middle of streams, and you're just cooking. And and if she can't be there, I still have to be there 9 hours. So I wouldn't never start court streaming. It's such a hard job.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Also wanna
sorry.
just pop in.
I'm sorry, but like this stream and every Sunday stream is like a physical manifestation of procrastination, because I want to do court streaming. I want to do so, and I'm like, I actually don't want to subject myself. I don't know how Emily does it. I don't know how Andrea does it. I don't know how you do it, Baker. I don't know
Plus,
how
you
Lee- I
guys
don't
have
know
time
how-
differences too.
Yeah. How?
Impressive.
Well, the Tillis case is gonna kick my butt, because that's Nevada. So 4 o'clock their time will be 1 a.m. my time.
Oof.
So that's gonna be a hard one. But I've done it before. But that's what if I started today, I would do more like Brandy said she was going to do it, and then she keeps streaming, because Brandy's a Brandy's
can't
church. Well, she's such an amazing streamer.
She's an engine. She's an engine.
I wanted to, if I could do it today, I would do like the lawyer, do like an hour recap, and not sit here for 8 hours and say, Lally, if you say what if anything anymore, I will buy a ticket, fly to Massachusetts, and buy you a beer and a cigarette.
Yes.
Absolutely nothing
All
else.
of them. Exactly.
Oh gosh. Well, so let me give. Okay, so there's a lot coming up this week for this channel. So we're back discussing the Laura Owens case, and we're just going through the final few bits. And I'm going to try and put up a defense for Laura Owens, and I think I'm going to do it on Thursday. I'm going to do it on Thursday rather than Tuesday.
But yeah, it's gonna be on a Thursday stream this Thursday, same time as today, 7 o'clock. Well, not sorry, 7 o'clock UK time, 2 o'clock Eastern time. Gosh, it's good. I'll get used to it. So that's Thursday. Hindsight. Wednesday, you definitely have to tune in for that. Hindsight. We are looking at the one and only. we are doing a profile analysis of Laura Owens, and yeah, and I am going to be creating. That's it. I knew I forgot to do something. Nearly forgot to do it. Nearly got me this time. Nearly. All right. So let me do it really quickly. So I am going to release this when it's time. Oh, you guys can't see it, can you? Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you can. Well, now you can. Wait, hold up a second. Hold up. Sorry. Wait, no, you guys can't see it. Let me do it so you can see it. Oh, wait, nope. Right, so this is it. Okay, that's not right. Yeah, you guys can't see it. All right, my bad. Okay, I'll get this right. So, can you guys see it now from your screen on the YouTube thing? I hope you guys can see it. But that is I'm going to release this. I should be done. I'm going to update it as the trial goes on. Probably the easiest way that I can update this without doing the trial watch, if I'm being honest. Like I said, if I was to procrastinate, I think you will find gold, unintentionally. But anyway, I'm going to share this report, which just give a basic overview of the case and gives you, well, I'm gonna fill all of this out, but it does give you a comprehensive look for the case. That is from the previous case I was covering. I'm going to update all of this when it does go to trial, but I'm gonna have to hide all of this because it's not relevant yet. But but I'm going to do this. But I'm also going to be doing a profile report on Laura Owens for Hindsight, and that is basically analyzing what could be her motivations and the reasons why. And I'm going to try and use my background in research and in psychology and stuff. I don't have a university degree. Just want to push it out there. Just a scientific interest, researching on my own private time, etc. I've done that for like 2 years, so I feel like I could talk. But not give a professional opinion. I'm not doing that. Not at all. I don't have any professional opinion.
Not a paid expert.
Exactly. Okay, that's a bad way to say it. Basically, don't take my word for it.
Just do what I do. Said, don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. And then
that's the one.
I just talk.
That's
there
the
you
one. Yeah. Or I will change up a little bit. I will say, listen to me at your own risk. I think that's a much.
Yeah, I'm the idiot.
You are assuming damages at this point. You're assuming damages at this point. So I'm going to be doing a character profile on Laura Owens and what behaviors I have found in. So all through this weekend, I'll be presenting everything that I found in both of these cases. So I can't wait to show you guys next week on Wednesday and Thursday, and Sunday we'll be back again to provide a bit more updates, a bit more comprehensive updates to Kouri Richins. Oh gosh, got through that. All right, thank you so much, Baker, for joining. I truly appreciate you, as well as you, Alyssa. It's always a pleasure having you here, even though it is once every 2 weeks. I believe.
Yes.
Once every fortnight. But yeah, no, it's always appreciated.
Once they let me out of prison.
A prison of your choosing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of love. Sorry, I was watching The Producers the other day. That's the number the end with.
Yep.
Great movie.
Okay, so with ketchup, expert with ketchup. Yes, that is true. A bit of sauciness with a bit of without the egg smell. Okay, I don't know about. Okay, that didn't go too well, so no one say anything. But yeah. Okay, so that is it. I will say bye now to everyone. Take care of yourself. Have a great evening. Yeah. Um. Uh. Just want to say I always no. I always forget to do this, but take care of yourself. Go back and forth in the comments. Keep it respectful and don't be a creep. I hope you guys get the references. Without further ado, tender love and care. TLC to all of you.
Yeah, I used to have that
No.
tattooed on my body.
Huh?
I used to have TLC tattooed on my arm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm an Elvis fan.
You got it.
I like
it. Love it. You've kept me entertained while I was blowing my lawn. Thank you, like guys. Nope. Oh nope. Absolute. I'm glad you guys have been entertained. Bye. Have a good one. Thank you for the stream. Yes, that's right. Have a great one. Have a great day, guys. Have a great day. And yeah, but bye everyone. Bye. Toy Clarissa. Everyone that's watching now on replay, bye. Have a great one. Alyssa, Baker, everyone, bye. Have a great one. Take care of yourself. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend. Bye. Why are you guys laughing? I'm being serious.